All right, guys. How you guys doing? So, a little depressed. This is like the sixth time trying to record this, so I would try to do this. But yeah, so this is going to be our second video for in-depth crypto on this channel, and yeah, it's going to be about what a corporate token is, and a corporate token is what Watch to Earn is. So it's very important for you guys to understand what this is in relation to this project, but then also just in the future for people who are not watching this for this particular project to understand what this new cryptocurrency category is. So. Oh yeah, you like this thumbnail, don't you? I'm getting better with the thumbnails. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get more views with that. So anyway, I was kind of happy about that. Yeah. So what is a corporate token? The corporate token is a brand new cryptocurrency category created by myself. That is the most recent branch of the ICO, which is initial coin offering, or securities token offering family. So the crypto token will be the third one there. So if you're not aware, the security token was created as a response to the many fraudulent crypto startups back in the ICO boom of 2017. The security token allows businesses to legally offer shares of itself in cryptocurrency formats with the exact same legitimacy of an initial public offering at a big time exchange like a New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, etc. So the issue with the security token is that it requires the aid of legal experts, takes time to file all necessary paperwork, and is often out of the budgets of completely independent, aspiring crypto projects like Watch to Earn is. So, to circumvent that and to represent a business's likeness without being a security slash being forced to become a security token, the corporate token was born. So, I created this for myself for this Watch to Earn project, but I want to push this, globally because this can be applied for pretty much every single business that's out there. So the way that the corporate token avoids security status is that instead of a business tokenizing its equity or dividends, if a business creates a token that represents the business's revenue, then this could be another representation of the business that's still accurate. So in the same way, how I can be considered a son, a nephew, a cousin, a brother, a student, etc. But I can still be the same person. A business could do the same. It could represent itself by its balance sheet, its cash flow, profit or loss, or its revenue, its share or equity price, etc. So, from my extensive research, legislation about tokenizing a business's revenue has not yet been developed. Most legislation just has to do about tokenizing shares, stuff like that, shares, equity, governance, etc. So, the way that this works is that a business would mint tokens and place X amount of the tokens on the open market, usually a decentralized exchange or DEX to start. And so that's what we did. I minted 1 million Watch to Earn, and then we placed those on what's it called, Pancake Swap, which is on Binance, which is our DEX. So after token placement on the decentralized exchange, the business will then use revenue, personal funds, or donations, etc., to then purchase their own token from the DEX. And assuming that the business is profitable or has an extended initial funding base from personal funds or investor funds, they'll be able to purchase either the same amount in USD and fiat or increasingly more of their own token, which is simultaneously decreasing in the supply on the DEX. So if you understand that with supply and demand, that you'll be able to realize that as long as the business is able to bring in revenue and their business is solid, that means their token will be able to perpetually increase in value, perpetually appreciate, or be perpetually deflationary. Um, yes, so between the businesses purchasing, customers purchasing to access the company's goods and services, and external blockchain participants. And external blockchain participants just means people who are on the blockchain who have scanners for tokens and see their technical price, their technical analysis or their price movements, but they're not directly involved with the actual project itself. So that's what that means. So between all of them, there will be more money placed into the token than what's coming from the business directly. So this means that when it's time to withdraw for business costs, the business will never pay 100% of its cost with its own revenue. It will be a share of who owns what essentially. So let me move myself here. So as an example, say a business, and I'm going to use a bowling alley for this example. Say a business brought in $10,000 a month in top line revenue, and use those funds to purchase their corporate token. And Because their customers see the price of the token rising, they purchase the corporate token in order to afford the businesses goods and services more so in the future. I messed up there, but is what it is. This could be $4,000 a month, let's just say, in the corporate token purchasing. So because 40% of the token volume was external to the business and direct business sales, every single cost that's based in the corporate token's currency got reduced by 40%. This would result in a positive feedback loop. So let's use a bowling alley for example. So say bowling alleys, they always have like these summer league passes where you purchase $100, you get, or maybe $150, who knows, you get how many ever games throughout the entire summer. So let's say someone goes to that one summer and say, all right, the summer season is over, but I want to do this again next year. I'm going to purchase more of the corporate token, so we can have a year's worth of appreciation, and then hopefully by next summer, it'll be cheaper to afford that summer league pass than it was this summer. So, and let's say that because of that scheme, that I don't want to say scheme, but even that thinking, the business is able to generate $4,000 more. Let's go to this graph. This first dollar bill represents the $10,000 initially made. The business then used that $10,000 to purchase this corporate token. Because of that, to purchase more bowling balls for next summer, or more bowling pins, or to renovate, whatever, it takes out, let's say, $1,000, $10,000, however much. Whatever it takes out, it will only be 60% of whatever it takes out, even though it's going to be of its own corporate token supply. Obviously, the business won't be able to sell its customers corporate tokens forcefully because it's in the custody of the customer. But because it's still withdrawing from the same base, which is from the business, from the customers, from the external blockchain participants, whatever it withdraws is going to represent the exact breakdown, assuming that nobody else sells besides the business. So now that their cost to renovate, to hire more staff, etc., is now 40% lower, it will now be able to bring in more profit next time summer comes along. After the next summer comes along, there'll be more profit. The business will then be able to use that profit to purchase another bowling alley location, or purchase more marketing, or to just purchase more corporate token in general. And so because it has more than it did in the first time, more corporate token will then be purchased, increasing the price of the corporate token, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why it would be a positive feedback loop. So to increase that split of 40% of external to about 70%, let's just say hypothetically, the business is incentivized to use the corporate token funds to further expand their business, which is very important. It has a very strong in real life consequence in the positive direction of this corporate token, which will bring in more revenue, which will bring in more external purchasing. So unlike with the initial coin offering, the corporate token is gaining value primarily from the established business transactions, which is the bowling alley, and not from fundraising an idea with a 6-page white paper. So a lot of these crypto projects have this issue where they're trying to create value out of thin air, and it's like it's kind of a backwards approach, where that's the reason why these prices are so volatile, is because it's going to be speculation based off of future utility, future use cases. Whereas these corporate tokens, I feel like they ought to finally bring stability to crypto prices due to far stronger fundamentals. If a bowling alley has existed for 7-8 years, it becoming a corporate token is going to still be as strong as what it was for 7-8 years. It's not going to be the same as a brand new crypto token trying to promote its new 10,000 transactions per second or whatever crap like that. So so that's the end of that in terms of the literal what is a corporate token. But this is the Howey test, and this is important to understand because this is the difference between, this is the test used by legislators to determine if a cryptocurrency is illegally being sold as a security or if it's fine as a commodity. And so to avoid being called a security or filing as a security token, a digital asset or watch to earn must be able to prove that it does not fulfill at least one of the 4 prongs of the Howey test. So even if one is failed, which is what you want, then you're good to go. But if all 4 can be proven that you pass, then that you're a security, and that's when you're screwed. So if a cryptocurrency passes the Howey test, which is not good, the token in question will have to deal with entities such as the SEC and would almost certainly devalue the price of that currency. So pretty much meaning that everyone will lose their money, or everyone, or the vast majority of people will. So The watch to earn corporate token fails the first, third, and fourth prong of the Howey test, but a fully established corporate token will be able to um, bypass all four. But that's another topic for another video. So the first prong is failed because watch to earn YouTube viewers have the opportunity to earn free watch to earn from our signature movie trivia series. And as I go through these prongs, I'm going to switch from watch to earn and then also from a general corporate token, so that bowling alley, because there's different mix of audiences here. So but yeah, so the first prong is failed because the watch to earn YouTube viewers have the opportunity to watch free watch to earn free watch to earn from our signature movie trivia series. So, and if you don't know, we just go through different movies. We go through Toy Story, Shrek, Iron Man, Thor, etc. And we ask like 5 different questions of varying difficulties, and whoever gets it first, all the answers correct first, they win X amount of free watch to earn. So because they receive it for free, the tokens received can be considered an investment as no money was given up from the perspective of the non-associated token holder. So um, after the channel picks up steam, though, the watch to earn will be able to use will also be used to purchase our early content, which will come from our in-house Patreon. So because there is and will be further utility for the watch to earn token holders have means of interacting with the token without the lens of their funds being an investment. So that's very important. So that's how we fail the first prong. The third prong is failed because token holders may have an expectation or hope of appreciation, but profit is a different story altogether. These two technical terms are obviously different. Profit refers to the action of realizing or cashing in paper gains made from the ownership or selling of an asset, product, or service. This cannot be applied to a corporate token because token holders purchase on the belief that the price will increase to further engage with the underlying business. There will be no point when a corporate token holder will convert the token back to fiat to enjoy fiat rewards from the appreciation. So this was important to bring up with the bowling alley example. So the only reason why that person purchased the corporate token was for the future use of the bowling alley's summer pass for the next summer. It wasn't to purchase and then for next summer to come and then sell it into fiat. That wasn't the purpose. So even though yes, people can literally obviously buy and sell a corporate token based off purely speculation, the purpose of the corporate token is to further engage within the business later on for a cheaper price, hopefully due to appreciation. So the expectation of profit technically cannot be the case because profit then refers to, in this case, the movement from fiat to asset and then back from asset to fiat, which isn't the case. It's fiat to crypto, which is the asset, and then crypto onwards. It doesn't go back to fiat. So the fourth prong is failed more in technicality than the aforementioned 2 points, but this prong, and this I realized after I made this presentation that this is effects and not efforts. This is supposed to say efforts, but whatever. But yeah, so this prong could be of others or of the promoter. So you'll see different technical definitions, but either way, this others technically or the promoter is written to be a juxtaposition of to the token holder or the investor. So in the case of watch to earn, the argument can be made that the primary demographic that affects the failure or success of the token the most is not myself, is not the watch to earn corporation or foundation, but rather the viewers of the channel, rather it's the community. So the token holder themselves has an extremely high likelihood of being a channel a viewer or participant themselves. So because I myself am not the primary reason why the channel gets views, but rather that the channel gets views because the community decides to. Oh, I worded that wrong. I'm not the primary reason why the channel gets views, but rather the channel gets views because the power of a comma, Jesus Christ. The channel gets views because the community decides to watch the content on their own accord. The watch to earn token can't pass the last prong. So to give a different example, if you guys were investing to watch to earn because it was a real estate opportunity that I only had the access to somewhere in Latvia or something like that, where it's like, hey guys, if we pool our money together, I will do this, and then because I do this, we'll all get shares of this property. That would be considered a security, and that would pass that final prong. But that isn't the case because this is due to business activity, and because this is a YouTube channel, that'll have to do with YouTube ad revenue or from merchandise sales, from NFT sales, from whatever. It's primarily due to the community interacting with us, so interacting with the Watch to Earn brand. So it isn't me myself. So I hope you're able to understand that. So that's the end of this video. I'm happy that I'm finally able to record this because, yet again, this was literally like the sixth or seventh time. But yeah, this is what a corporate token is. And so in In-Depth Crypto, which is this side series that you're currently watching, we're going to go really in depth in terms of what the corporate token truly is, all its different use cases, its applications, etc. So yeah, I'm very excited to do that. And within this next year, I definitely think this is going to be I'm praying that this will um, be widespread. I think there's a lot of applications that this could be used, and a lot of good, extreme amounts of good can come from this integration. So yeah, if you like this video, please subscribe. It really does help. And I'm not just saying that as a YouTuber, YouTube saying, but like for real, like we need some more subscribers, guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, just do that. And then also, if you want to donate, this is a good way of doing that. Instead of donating, giving me money on Cash App or PayPal or giving me Bitcoin or whatever, the way you can donate is I'm going to say this pretty much for every video. This is my second video now saying this. The way you can donate is by purchasing Watch to Earn yourself, but keeping it. So the whole thing is that this is going to be more an interactive donation, whereas that as time goes on, as I purchase more and more Watch to Earn from my personal funds currently, and then in the future from business activity, your donation actually helps with that, because your donation now will help appreciate our token, and then as I purchase more and more, your donation will then be appreciated. So we'll experience appreciation. So it's not like you're just giving it up all the way. So if you like to do that, that's an innovative way of doing that, and I'll provide our official contract address. So yeah, that was it. That was the video. I appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, peace.